Good morning. We'll get the briefing started if we can have everybody um, get ready for the briefing. My name is Robert Ashby, Planning Section Chief Trainee with Team 5. This is the briefing for the operational period for September 27th. I'd like to remind everybody, please silence your phones and your radios. Hold any side conversations to a minimum. Also, please observe the COVID protocols with the face mask and social distancing. And we'll get the briefing started. We'll start with Josh Campbell with the situation update.
Good morning, Josh Campbell. I was night ops. So starting up here in November, the crews fired all night along Kaiser Road, trying to hold that. They started down there at the High Sierra Ranger Station and fired back towards the Portal 4 Bay. And then they also started up at Tennessee Peak and fired back towards the Portal 4 Bay, and they should have that tied in this morning. Working down into Papa was pretty quiet. The crews continued to work around Huntington Lake. Working into Romeo. The crews said they need a full day to tie in the line, maybe even a day and a half at the top of China Peak. And then they went down to Tamarack Lodge, and they were working in the structures there. And then off the 69 road down by Frog Creek, they were working some hot spots as well. Working down into Sierra and Union, crews continue to try to get depth along the line, and then also working the spot in Division Sierra down here at the bottom. Working into Victor Whiskey, it's pretty quiet in there, and the crews just continue to try to get depth and pull hose where they can, but they're trying to leave it on the perimeter where they need it. Working into X-Ray and Zulu, they are pulling hose and continuing to work some hot spots along the line, but yesterday was a pretty productive day, so wish you guys the best of luck today, and I'm going home. Thanks.
All right, next we have weather with Mark.
Good morning. I'm at Mark Pellerito. So today's going to start pretty close to the same, but it's going to end differently. So it's one of those heads-up days where you got to be aware of what's going on around you. So we had good RH recoveries overnight. Temperatures today will be another couple, 2, 3, 4 degrees higher than they were yesterday. And the RHs really are going to just, again, be in the 20s to 30% for minimum today. But here's where the change comes into effect. We're starting off this morning, again, with the finishing up of downslope, down valley, turning upslope, up valley. That much is about the same. Up to about midday is about the same. But we have a change coming from the northeast, and it's going to start at the high elevations this afternoon earlier than it has been in prior days because of this push coming from the Sierra Crest. Higher elevations, November and Papa, right around early to mid-afternoon, you're going to start seeing those winds coming from the northeast and then working their way down into the lower elevations by this evening. And the winds, they're going to be extra squirrely. What you see at the surface is going to be different from ridgetop and right above ridgetop. So you're going to see the smoke start to go up and then start dragging to the southwest. That'll be your hint that the change is coming, so pay attention today. The winds are not going to be that strong. This is a northeasterly wind event. It's not a strong one, but it is an event, and it's strong enough to cause squirrely winds. And also for this afternoon, for some fresh air to start coming into some parts of the fire that have not seen fresh air in days. So long story short, stay heads up today, and we do have heat and dryness coming for the next several days.
All right, thank you. Next we have operation assignments with Don Frigulia.
All right, good morning, everybody. Don Frigulia, Planning Ops here for California, Team 5. Operational priorities for the day-to-day, Division Romeo. Got that spot there south of China Peak ski area. We need to continue to button that up and work on it. Additionally, down into Sierra Uniform, the work that's going on down there is a priority, followed by Division November, where we're working on the Kaiser Pass Road. So for today, your Operations Section Chiefs, Alex McBath, Jim McDougald, and with the trainee of Shannon Prather. Okay. Pen and ink change here for you on branch 20. We got that wrong. That's going to be Ernie Villa. He'll be branch 20 today. They're listening in on the radio up there at China Peak. Division November is Victor LaFour. He's up there at Spike Camp. Division Papa, Jimmy Hidalgo. And Division Romeo is Kim Olson, and they're all on site there at China Peak Ski Area. Branch 2529, that's Bontrager, as well as Ferris. Okay, very good. Division Sierra Uniform, Lowry. There. Division Victor Whiskies, Stevens and Wade. Wade, okay. Division X-Ray Zulus for now, Sorensen. Okay. Moving into Repop, that's Bowman. There. Okay, then into Mitigation Branch, Fleming. There he is. Okay, so moving back up into Branch 20, we're going to continue in Division November. We did some firing last night, like Night Ops told you about, along the Kaiser Pass Road. I want to hold on to that and complete that. That's good work that's going on in there. Division Papa is going to continue to assess and look at opportunities there to halt the fire spread to the east. And Division Romeo, like I said, is going to continue to work that spot. And down along the bottom, Branch 2529, we don't expect fire growth out there today, but a lot of mop up and a lot of pulling hose and that kind of stuff. So with that, have a good, safe shift.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Brian Savage, Team 5 Safety. So today, what I want you guys to be kind of thinking about is no surprises. No surprises today. The weather's going to change. There's a lot of repop going on. There's a whole lot of people going to be in there today that weren't in there yesterday. So what I want you to do is just expect the guy driving the trailer on the pontoon boat down 68 on the wrong side coming around the corner. Expect that. Don't be surprised. Expect the fire to spot today where you hadn't seen fire activity before or it's been kind of quiet. Expect that and have plans for that. Snags are going to keep falling. So don't be surprised by any snags because they're going to continue to fall. Heavy bug kill out there. It's going to continue to be a problem. So as far as LCES goes, please don't just have it as a check mark. Yeah, LCES, got it covered, good. You need to kind of do your LCS, and the expectation is you gotta kind of predict what the fire behavior is going to be when you're in there. So if you do your LCS, it's in place, but you don't have in your mind the expectation of the fire really kicking butt, and you get really extreme fire behavior, your LCS is no good. So when you cover LCS today in your breakouts, expect the fire to be running in the trees today in the next 3 days. So your LCS is adequate for what you got coming. So expect worst case fire behavior, plan LCS around worst case fire behavior so you don't come up short. That's important. A lot of folks, we just be doing LCS for a lot of years. You just check it off. Yeah, we got that covered, but it's not adequate. Once again, with the repop, a lot more people going into Shaver Lake today. I expect them to be wanting to drive around and look at what the fire did. It's pretty traumatic times for those folks. A lot of folks have lost their homes, but we don't want them in where we're working. So if you see that and they're working, make your notifications and we'll get them shoot out of there. Have a good day. Thanks.
Next, communications with Ken.
Good morning, everybody. Ken Earl, Communications. I'm going to back up what Safety just said about the C of LCES. If you're going to pull groups, I don't suggest that you do this. Get a clone. That's going to be my first thing for you. Get a clone. I know that people like to hand jam their radios. People with the KNG commanders like to pull their own groups from the pick lists. Your tones might be different on your tactical frequencies than what we're using in the field. So if somebody, let's say that there's a hired contractor who's trying to talk to you, you see them on your TAC, they're talking, you can't hear them, it's going to sound like this, right? And that's not going to work. Help them. Don't take the receive tone out of your radio. Put the transmit tone in theirs, okay? That's important stuff. There's too many fires using similar frequencies all around here, and we're going to hear all sorts of frequencies on the different divisions potentially if you're not tone protected on the front and the back side, the receive and the transmit, okay? So I know a lot of us are used to hand jamming our own frequencies in. If you have to do that, then you have to use the 205 and include the tones front and back. It's just got to happen. So that's the first thing. Second thing, if you look at your 204s for today, you're going to see every single one of them has command 5 in there, channel 1. There's actually 4 command repeaters out there. So those 4 repeaters, they can hit the incident pretty well. There's always going to be holes. There's limitations to any system, regardless of how well placed. Remember that even in your home units, unless you're working in the flatlands, you've got holes in your system. It's the same thing here. Listen, bang around on those first 4 commands wherever you're working, because they're all tied together, okay? So don't just limit yourself to command 5, channel 1. You have channel 1, 2, 3, and 4, all right? Have a good shift.
Next, we have medical with Jeff.
Good morning, everybody. Jeff Carlin, Medical. So good work again, safety-wise. You guys are doing a great job. I want to draw attention to know on our 8 line where we have the red, yellow, or green. Be aware, if you do get a medical emergency out there and it's a code red, let us know it's red. We'll shut down the communications for you, so we'll lock that channel down. If it's a yellow or a green, that's just for notifications only. We're still looking for the who you are, where you at, what you got, and what you need, but we won't lock it down. And then finally, on page 27, we got the COVID checklist for you guys. If your crew or somebody's experiencing some symptoms, don't be afraid to come into CalMat. Let's get you evaluated. And with that, have a safe shift.
Next, we have a lead read with Stephanie.
Good morning. Super short, yeah. I'm the Lee Reed trainee Barnes, and just wanted to emphasize there was some good communication yesterday on divisions with the reads. They were able to identify some hot spots and work with the dozers to protect resources while still being able to accomplish getting out the hot spots. So just want to encourage you guys to reach out to your reads if you're finding something in the area and you need it checked. And then also to emphasize on page 39, making sure you guys are picking up trash. We've had some reports of bear tracks on a lot of the dozer lines, so the bears are starting to move around. And there's still a lot of trailers out there from when people left it, and the bears are getting into those too. So we want to make sure that, you know, they're hungry right now and looking for food. So just make sure you guys are picking up trash, and if you see something out there, let us know too. So thanks.
Next, HR with Andrea.
Good morning, Andrea Kabita, HRSP for Team 5. Just want to say my contact information is on page 36 of the IAP. I really appreciate everybody in the communication and the safety. I just want to remind everybody to continue to think about this has been a long season, how we're responding, our filter's getting thinner, our patients are getting lower. So just remember that when you're communicating with each other. If you need anything, please let me know. I'm going to be relocating today up to China Peak, so if you need anything, I'll be up there, but I'm still available via phone or email. Thanks.
Next, agency admin, Kim.
Short and tall. Good morning, I'm Kim Serini Wilson, Agency Administrator Trainee. This morning I was thinking about all the signs that I saw going down to our supervisor's office last night as well as or yesterday and coming back up the hill, and I keep seeing Mountain Strong. And so I just want to encourage you guys, we appreciate so much the work that you're doing, to stay strong, continue with your faith, whatever that is, and I hope you have a great shift. Thanks.
And for closing comments, we have George Wong.
Good morning, George Huang, one of the Unified Incident Commanders for CAL FIRE. Day 23, I think a couple days ago, you guys heard my briefing, is that we have a transitioned with a great team. We have a great integration with them. We've been communicating. Everything has been going smooth. We expect that from the team side all the way down to the troops on the ground. Continue that communication, continue that briefing, everything from the detailed briefing we're giving here all the way down to the troops on the ground. That's one of the keys. Next few days, just like safety said, we're going to be repopulating, re-entry. That's key to the community. That's key to making sure that every single one of you know the reason why we're here. Protect the community, communicate with the community, and make sure that we serve them 150% because that's the reason why we are here. All right. Another thing that's coming up is that warming. Obviously, temperatures have been pretty stable for the last couple of days, but as Imet said, it's going to be warming up for the next few days. The fire's not out yet. We still got a lot of red on the map, so let's make sure we put that out, put more black on the map, and protect the community. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Just a few housekeeping items before we close this meeting. Divisions, after this meeting is over, if you can come up to the stage, we have the operating maps for you. Also, any unassigned resources, if you can report back to the back corner of the area here, they'll get you an assignment. Also, the breakouts are posted around the camp, so go to those spots that you're assigned to. The next operational briefing will be at 0700 tomorrow morning. Also, just remember on page 2 of your IAP, if you can review the management and control objectives and get familiar with that. Thanks for your time. Be safe and be productive. Thank you.